guys, welcome to the Coloring Rugs channel along with Chloe. In today's video, we will be coloring the great race between Bobby and Benjamin. So grab your markers and start coloring along with the best story with a nice moral at the end. The Great New York Race, Bobby versus Benjamin. In the heart of the dazzling city of New York, a big announcement had everyone talking. A race was about to take place, a race like no other. It wasn't just any car against any airplane. It was Bobby, the smartest and fastest driver in the city, versus Benjamin, the pilot of a shiny airplane who was, well, let's just say he liked to sleep more than work. The challenge? To race from Times Square through the busy streets of New York and finish at the very top of the Empire State Building. The crowd couldn't wait to see who would win, the super smart car driver or the lazy but speedy pilot. The contestants prepare. Bobby spent days preparing for the race. His red sports car looked brand new, gleaming under the city lights. He plotted his route carefully, making notes about every shortcut, turn, and tricky spot. "I'll need to be clever if I'm going to beat a flying airplane," he said. But what was Benjamin doing? Snoring in his airplane's cockpit, of course. He stretched lazily when someone woke him up. "Why bother planning?" he mumbled. "I'll just fly straight to the finish line. Flying's always faster." Race day, the city buzzes with excitement. On the big day, the streets of New York were packed with people. Kids waved balloons, parents held up signs, and everyone cheered loudly. "Who do you think will win?" someone asked. "The car is smart," shouted one kid. "But the airplane is fast," another argued. At the starting line in Times Square, Bobby revved his engine. "Vroom! Vroom!" he grinned. "Let's do this!" Benjamin, still yawning, started his airplane's engine. Rumble, sputter, roar. "Let's get this over with," he said lazily. "Ready, set, go!" Bang! The race began. Bobby's car zoomed through the streets like a flash of lightning. He weaved between yellow taxis, swerved past honking buses, and used every shortcut he'd planned. Benjamin, however, wasn't in a rush. He waited a few seconds before taking off. "Why rush? I can catch up anytime," he said with a smirk. As his airplane finally soared into the sky, he looked down at the city and chuckled. "This race is too easy. I'll just relax and enjoy the view." But Bobby wasn't slowing down. He zipped through Central Park, took a quick shortcut over a narrow bridge, and waved to the cheering crowd as he sped by. "So far, so good," he thought. "But I can't let my guard down." Benjamin's lazy mistake. As Benjamin cruised above the city, he noticed something strange. His airplane started making a beep-beep-beep sound. "What's that noise?" he wondered. Then he gasped. He was running out of fuel. "Oh no, I should have filled the tank before starting," he groaned. He quickly searched for a safe place to land and spotted a small park. "This will have to do," he said, landing the airplane awkwardly. Thud. Now Benjamin had to run. But Benjamin wasn't used to running. His legs felt like jelly. "Why did I skip exercise all those mornings?" he huffed, puffing his way toward the Empire State Building. Bobby's clever moves. Meanwhile, Bobby reached the building. He jumped out of his car and sprinted inside. The elevators were jam-packed with people cheering for the race, so he decided to take the stairs. "I've got this," he said, climbing 2 steps at a time. Halfway up, Bobby spotted a family struggling with their luggage. "Do you need help?" he asked kindly. Even though he was in the middle of a race, Bobby carried their bags to the elevator. The family thanked him, and Bobby smiled. "Helping others always feels good," he said before continuing his climb. The final stretch. Benjamin finally reached the Empire State Building, panting heavily. He saw Bobby already climbing the stairs. "I have to catch up," Benjamin said, but he was so tired from running, he tripped and stumbled. A group of kids watching from the side giggled. "The airplane guy needs to hit the gym," one joked. At the top of the building, Bobby burst through the doors first. He stood on the edge, waving proudly to the crowd below. "I did it!" he shouted. The crowd roared with excitement. When Benjamin finally arrived, red-faced and sweaty, he sighed. "You win, Bobby. I guess being lazy wasn't such a great idea after all." The lesson everyone learned. Bobby smiled and put a hand on Benjamin's shoulder. "It's not just about being fast," he said. "Winning takes hard work, preparation, and a little kindness too." The crowd cheered for Bobby's wisdom. Even Benjamin nodded, realizing he needed to change his ways. From now on, I'll work harder and maybe even start jogging, he joked. And so, the Great New York Race became the talk of the city. People didn't just remember it for the excitement, they remembered the important lesson. Success isn't about shortcuts. It's about effort, planning, and helping others along the way. Let's wrap up our coloring process, but before we finish, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. Your support helps us continue creating more fun and colorful content for you. Don't forget to stay tuned for more exciting stories and coloring adventures coming your way soon!